Hey guys, how are you doing? Y'all pop in. Oh, my eyes are watering. I went outside and that sun is so bright. Woo! So, y'all come in, say hey. I hope everybody is having a spectacular day. And I'm going to do this, because I gotta get started on this. I meant to get some of this done already, but, you know, the day just slips away, don't it? Good grief. So when you come in, let me know you're here. Say hello. All the things. We are gonna rock and roll if I got any paint. Hey, Brittany, how are you doing? Y'all come on in, say hey. Y'all know I'm running like a chicken with my head cut off. Okay, y'all gonna have to hold 1 second. Let me grab a bottle of paint. If I got a bottle in here, that'll be my luck. That's my luck. Well. Where did it go? There we go. I got one, I think. Yes. Awesome. Hey, Miss Petra. Thank you. Well, I had everything ready, and then I decided that I was going to go do some stuff, and I've got 2 shirts left to wash, the tie-dyed shirts we did, and they're going to finish, and I'm not going to be in there to get them. So I ran in there right quick to see if they were spun enough to where I could get them out. Looked down, and I'm like, I gotta go. So here I am, and we'll just run them through a rinse again. They'll be okay. So let's send out our telegram, tell everybody I'm live. There we go. So we are good. Let me get my comments pulled up, and we're going to paint, y'all. I got to pull this out. I don't want to have a crash. There it is. I don't have to have a crash. I got too much stuff stacked, y'all. Hey, Chesney. Hey, Jerry. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Well, we are going to do a back to school today. And so around here, school is already starting back. I talked to a friend of mine yesterday in West Virginia, and y'all, that's not bad. That's just where I've had this in the paint so long, my handle's rusted. So whenever I pull this off, I can clean that off and it'll be okay. But I'm going to use it until it's not any good anymore. Thank you, Miss Kathy with 12 Oaks Gardens and Creations for getting me sprinkled out. And guys, she is up after me. I am in the Hearts and Shells collaboration event group today. So I was supposed to be on at 1. And then Mr. White has to go today. He's got some places that he has to have removed, and they're going to send them off just to make sure everything's okay. So, you know, I got to take care of him. So I wrote and asked, was there any way I could put it out there to see if someone would swap with me, and Miss Kathy was kind enough to do that for me. So I appreciate her so much. But hey, Marcia. Hey, Miss Sherry with Sunshine Designs. Sherry, I caught just a second of yours, but I was driving and I could not comment. But I will go back and get you sprinkled about, and I will watch your replay, because I know you did a great project. She always does. So if y'all are not familiar with Miss Sherry with Sunshine Designs, y'all will have to go over and get on her page. Hey, Miss Melinda. Well, I was going to tell y'all. All right, started us out this morning with Miss Sherry with Sunshine Designs. And then I'm next. And then Miss Kathy with 12 Oaks Gardens and Creations. And then at 2, and this is all Eastern time, is Miss Lisa with Lisa's Craft House. And we're going to give that paint a little rest and go to a bottle that I don't have to babysit. because I won't have time to babysit because we're going to do, I'm not doing no buffalo check, but I do have to say I still got to put my word on that little buffalo check I did the other day. And if I got time, I'll grab it and show y'all that I didn't ruin it all together like I thought I did. You know, sometimes you may rough on yourself. And Miss Marsha with Heart and Soul Creations, my sweet friend Marsha. And at 4 is Patricia's Craft Studio. And at 5 is the Right House Decor with Miss Megan. And she's precious too. And Miss Sarah with the Wobbly Nickel is up. And I think Miss Sarah will be new with this group today. So y'all come show her some love. And 7 p.m. Victoria Design Secrets. We got that. Y'all got to watch her, see what kind of secrets she's keeping today. I love that name. That's cute. And at 8, our very own Miss Petra with Soul Craft by Petra. So if you all are not already following all of those ladies, I would encourage you to do that because I know they would appreciate it. And I know I do too. You didn't hear what you said to you because you... It usually does that for me too, girl. I just said that I was driving when you were on, so I listened, but I didn't get to watch. So I will come on and watch yours in just a little while. When I'm done here, the mister will be home, and I've got to take him. He's having some biopsy stuff done. So y'all just keep him in your prayers, because I will tell y'all, Mr. White is not a doctor person. He went to the doctor last week, and y'all, the man's blood pressure shoots through the roof when he goes to the doctor. They got a name for that. I'd call it being Chicken Little. Oh, no, there really is a name for it. I can't think of what it is, but they called it. But he can go to the doctor, and I mean, his blood pressure will be, I mean, it's always a slight bit high, but it always has been. I mean, he's one of those people that runs a little higher than most, but it was like 180 over 90 or no 98, 100, something like that. It was high. And so it finally came down a little bit. But when he went to the dentist, his dang blood pressure was 200 over 100 and something. They thought he was going to have a stroke. They didn't want to do his dental work. I said, yo, he's just a wimp, but he's okay. But he is a wimp when it comes to going to the doctor. There you go. Kathy said it. White coat syndrome. Yes. But then I won't wear a white coat anymore. Oh, my gosh. Hey, Miss Lisa. How are you doing? Miss Lisa with Lisa's Craft House is in the comments. And I've already told y'all she will be up at 2 o'clock. Eastern time, so y'all make sure to show Miss Lisa some love. All right, I'm going to give that the one coat. We're going to set this to the side that I don't have anymore. Hold on, y'all. We're going to have to use the trash can as a side. I got to finish some projects, y'all. Do y'all do that? I have not been good about finishing stuff. I will get so far, show it, and be like, okay, I got to go, got too much running. Hey, Sandy, how are you doing? White coat syndrome, yep. That's what he's got, a bad case of it. Bad. All right, let's see. Dip that in some water because I got some baby wipes. But, y'all, they're under my tower of projects over here. And I've been painting in my subscription group, so they are, all that stuff's over here on my table. I need a table about 3 times size of what I've got over here, so anyway, I don't have it. Well, hey, Miss Victoria, how are you? Miss Victoria, are you Victoria of Victoria's Secrets? Victoria's Design Secrets. Now, y'all was thinking about the lingerie place when I said that, and y'all shouldn't have. I didn't mean it that way, girl. I'm sorry. Okay, so we've got the white on the round. We're going to put some check on the top and the bottom, and then we have, and I'm not gluing this down because if somebody decides they want this, then they'll be able to see what it looks like, and I can put their name instead, but I'm doing this just so y'all can see what it looks like. Because I did that last time, and y'all remind me, because I did that last time with the Jones thing, and I actually glued it down, but we have a friend that's last name is Jones, and she's a teacher, so I gifted the last school thing I did to her, so she was appreciative. You are? Well, good, good. Well, I'm glad you're on, girl. Thank y'all for joining me. And I appreciate y'all sprinkling and doing all the stuff like that. And pardon JR, he's having a moment. For you all that don't know and don't come on my page much, then JR is our bird. And he will talk to us a little bit, but he barks, y'all. Y'all ever heard of you had a girl doctor, your pressure was good, the male doc's high? Well, his is either one because, well, no, it is because he was the same way with the male doctor. But the last doctor he saw was a woman and the dentist was a woman. So I don't know that it would be a thing for him like that, but you never know. But if the bird bothers anybody, let me know and I will shut my door right quick. He likes to talk. Y'all, he's barking. Y'all, he's hilarious. And I don't know where he got the bark. Have y'all ever heard a bird bark before? Our dog don't even bark. You have to get her going and playing with her before she barks. Oh my goodness. So today is officially Wednesday. It's hump day. So we're halfway through the week. Has anybody got big plans for the weekend? I wish. Shall I tell y'all what my weekend's going to consist of? You're that way at the dentist, extreme fear. Oh my gosh. I get it because he's the same way. And he never, he's not getting, well, at the dentist he got a shot, but at the doctor it was just to check him out and stuff like that. But anyway, my weekend is going to consist of house washing, pressure washing the house. That stinks. I would rather do something fun. Our humidity has been so extreme. I don't even think we're going to even talk about going to the lake this weekend. I hate that. But if we went to the lake and it was 100-degree humidity, and y'all, I don't know if y'all ever heard of this. I've heard of it maybe 1 or 2 times before, but I don't recall it being around here. But I was looking at the news. Y'all know I don't watch TV, so I didn't watch the news. So I was looking at it online, and the news media that I do have online came on and said that that a patient had passed away at one of the South Carolina hospital. They wouldn't tell where it was. From a brain-eating amoeba. Is that how it's? I'm like, okay, that's scary. I don't care who you are, that's scary. I mean, how did they catch that? That's what I want to know. And then somebody on there said something about they had to have got water in their nose. And I'm thinking, I got no worries when it comes to that. Because, y'all, I can swim, but I still hold my nose when I jump off anything. I'm like, no, not, I don't want any water getting in my nose. That is the awfulest feeling. It'll just about choke you to death, won't it? Oh, my goodness. Shake his pain. You're having to get all your... Oh, you're getting dentures. Whoo-wee, Victoria, bless your heart. Bless your heart. I remember when I was a kid, y'all, and I love my daddy. I love him to pieces, but he was so deathly afraid of the dentist, he pulled his own tooth. Oh, no. How do you do that? Oh, I mean, it's not like it wasn't loose. How do you do that? But he would rather do something like that than to go to the dentist. And I'm like, Daddy, it's not that bad. Because when I was a kid, none of my baby teeth would fall out. They all had to be pulled. So I was familiar with the dentist. Hey, Miss Lisa. Oh, no brain eating things. Yes, and that patient passed away. And I thought, how sad, you know. Here they went, and they have since told that it was a Midlands lake, so they have told what lake it is, and I don't ever go to it, but I feel so bad for the person that went to the lake thinking they were going to have a really fun day at the lake, and are now passed. That's just super, super sad. Hey, Miss Joy, how are you? Well, y'all, I keep getting my comments up, and I keep losing them. If I didn't see y'all, I'm not mad at you. Hey, Miss Jeannie, and there's my friend Miss Marsha with Heart and Soul Creations in the comments. Hey, girl, I already told them they're going to have to be looking for you today. You and all my other friends. But I'm going to start trying at the beginning of an event to tell y'all who all's coming up. Sometimes I get slack about that. I get too carried away doing what I'm doing. But, and like I say, I'm in the Heart and Shells collaboration event group. And we've got Miss Michelle with Shelly by the Shore. And we've got Miss Kathy, who is up after me with 12 Oaks Gardens and Creations. I caught it right without looking. Y'all can tell it don't take much to get me excited. And then Miss Petra with... Heart and... No. Y'all, why did I get it wrong? Soul Craft. I wanted to say Heart and Soul by Petra, but I knew it wasn't right, so I wasn't going to say it. Sorry, Petra. I remembered Kathy's, but I failed again. And I don't know which one of these apples I'm going to use, y'all, so that's the reason I'm just doing them both. Miss Sparky's in the house. Sparky, I missed you when you came in. That is the reason that I do love it when y'all talk in the comments, because I get to, if I miss somebody, I can see them when y'all are talking to them. So y'all keep doing that. You don't swim in the ocean or any lake. You did once in a lake and a fish got near you and you almost walked on water. I got bit by a fish one time. Wasn't a shark. There's no worries, which I don't know. The sharks are coming closer and closer, but I used to be a knee-deep girl in the ocean. But, you know, you got all these sharks that are coming into the surf. So I have changed my ways, and I am now an ankle-deep girl. So ankle-deep's about the deepest I go. We were at the beach one time, y'all, and there were some people, not really friends, they were just acquaintances, people that we knew. And I didn't know them very well, but I told them, I said, y'all, I'm going to run back to the camper. I got to go to the bathroom. And they're like, and like y'all needed to know that, but it goes with my story. And she's like, this lady, she's like, what are you going to the camper for? And I said, bathroom. And she's like, just go out in the water. And I'm like, that's why I don't get in that water, because y'all all pee. It is not your personal bathroom, people. Stop. Oh, my word. Y'all got to stop. Thank you so much, Unique Crafts & Co. with Miss Tiggy. How are you doing, girlie? I'm so glad you caught me on today. All right, we're going to do our little pencil. And I like to mix a little bit of white. I'm going to try not to get too much paint on that and leave it just wood, so I don't have to paint it. We're going to try. Now, we're not positive that we'll be successful with that, but try is all we can do. There she is. You're taking the grands to the lake tomorrow. Well, I will y'all are probably not where we are, but if you are in the Midlands area, I don't know for sure, but I saw where somebody posted that it was Lake Murray. So that would be down around Columbia, South Carolina. So, but they say, and get this was the scary part of it. Would y'all like to know the scary part? Not like the brain eating emoji was, I hope I say that right, was not bad enough, but they don't regularly test lakes for that, and they don't have, the CDC does not have to report that. What? So you're just going to keep, and they say that 1 in like a million swimmers will get it. I don't know if your body just has to be susceptible for it, or because, I mean, it was on a holiday weekend, because the person passed on July the 7th, and it's just now coming out that it all happened. So, they say that they don't have to report it at all, but being a holiday weekend, I would have thought that there would have been a lot of people at the lake that weekend, so I wouldn't think that, I hadn't heard anybody else talk about it, so maybe it was just an isolated thing. You said Midland. That's what it says on the thing, the Midlands. It's Columbia, is where Lake Murray is, in that area right there. So, but any of my South Carolina peoples, y'all, and I guess, I don't really know for sure how it does get into your system. They said your nose, is what somebody said. I don't know. I hadn't heard that from a healthcare professional at all. So, and like I say, nobody wants to talk about it. So, but see, I'm on the side of, tell everybody what's going on so people can take precautions. Not that you want, and I mean, I know they probably don't want everybody just to ban the lake and not go, but you still need to let people know so they can make responsible decisions. I mean, how many people take their little children to the lake, and I mean, they don't know not to get water in their nose. My son swam like a fish when he was little, so, but his daddy, I love water. I love being around water, but I don't want it in my nose. That's the name of your town in PA. Oh my gosh. Well, it is in South Carolina, just to let everybody know. I don't want anybody to be running and starting rumors saying I said them. There'll be people coming for me, y'all. And like I say, that I haven't seen that from any dedicated, source. That's just what they said in the comments. Somebody supposedly knew the person, and it was, had been at Lake Murray. So, hey Kathy, hey Fatima. Y'all, I'm missing people again, I'm sure. What are we talking about? We're talking about somebody in South Carolina went to the lake July 4th weekend and got some kind of brain-eating disease. It's supposed to only be, and from what I could understand, some states do testing for it, but ours is not one of them. So come on, South Carolina, get with it. We probably need to be testing if there's people getting sick and passing. What do y'all think? Y'all, this little worm is going to be precious. I think I'm going to use him. Well, hello there, Miss Harley's Hot Mess. I want to say Hot Mess Express. That would be me. Oh, that's what I need to rename my page. White's Creative Designs Hot Mess Express. That almost sounds fitting, don't it? Do y'all ever lose track of time? We are going to a friend's house. I thought it was not this weekend, but next weekend. Y'all, I was calling saying, okay, you know, I got to get all my shopping done this weekend because I got a real busy week next week. So let's decide what we're going to eat so I can go ahead and get all my stuff. And she was like, oh, okay. You know, kind of reluctant like. And I thought, well, that's odd. And so she didn't say a whole lot and got to the end of the conversation. And she's like, well, you know, it's not next week. And I'm like, what? I said, yeah, it is. And she's like, no. Pulled up my calendar. She's right, y'all. I think sometimes you get pulled too many different ways. And I must have been pulled hard. Well, the family might sure stay apart for not doing it. Yeah, I don't know. They close a few lakes because of the waters. Oh, wow. They probably should close some around here for the water, but they don't. They don't. I know this year was the first year that no one drowned on 4th of July at our upstate lake, the one closest to my house. Every year, someone, it never fails, someone drowns. But then it was like 2 days after the 4th. Some kids, there were 4 kids out on a boat, and a man that was intoxicated was driving his boat really fast, and DNR saw him. That's what they call our game wardens. They saw him and were getting ready to pull him over about the time he ran right over their boat. There were 4 people on the boat and 2 passed. It's just, my heart breaks for that family. And they're close to us. I didn't know them personally, though. But it's just, people don't think anymore, do they? Yeah, we're getting close. What's my time? 30 minutes. Oh, I almost forgot. We're going to have a little nerd for our little, his glasses are going to be black. Make him like some of the little nerdy glasses. I know, you're talking about nerdy glasses. Mr. White wears glasses, and there's a picture of him when he was in school, y'all. And I kept looking at the picture, and I'm like, he wore glasses when he was a kid. He had a lazy eye. And I kept looking at the picture, and I'm like, there's just something. I don't know what that is. And finally, it caught me. The arm of his glasses was wrapped with tape. And I'm like, why didn't they just get you a new pair of glasses? He said, you don't understand how many pairs of glasses I broke. And I said, oh, okay. some trash in my paint, so I'm just going to, if you'll let it dry and then just take your little sander and just go right over top. And then make sure you wipe it off good, because I'm going to put one more coat of paint, especially in the middle, because that's not going to have anything. Let's see who I've been missing. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, Miss Susan. I'm sorry I'm missing some people. I'm trying to finish, y'all, because y'all know I get carried away. And I'm not going to put the, y'all, it's my sponge. That's what it is, because it just came off again, unless it was trash that I picked up when I used that paint a minute ago, because it's not doing it there. And I'll do a light sand over that anyway, so we'll be okay. But I'm going to change this one out. It's lived its life, so it'll be time to clean up the whole thing. And what I do whenever I change this, because I showed y'all that the handle has rusted a little bit on the handle. Don't throw it away, y'all. Don't throw it away. Keep that. And when it dries, let all your paint dry, then pull that off. So what I'll do is when I'm finished with it this time, I won't wrap it in my Glad wrap, my press and seal. I will just leave it. And then I will, I don't want this one to not have places. I will take my sander and I will sand that handle down and then just wipe it off and let it dry. All right, so now, okay, so y'all answer my question. I'm going to do checks on the top and on the bottom. The white's going to stay in the middle. So should we use pink checks? Here's my check pattern. Pink checks or yellow checks, like school yellow? What do y'all think? Let me dry this up so I can take it off. You have your iPad propped up listening while you clean your bathroom. Girl, I know I need to clean mine. I do. I was washing some clothes. Okay, we've got a vote for yellow. Anybody else got a vote? Yellow, yellow, yellow. No pink, so we'll go yellow. And the round has a line on it to show me where I need to start my pattern, so I'll know exactly where to put that. And I do that on my rounds just because it just makes it easy. Just to touch it, don't let it get out of hand. Yellow. Yellow's one of those colors. I'm going to tell y'all a secret about me. And I love y'all's the reason I'm going to do it. But yellow is my least favorite color to paint. I don't like. And I love the color. I just hate. I won't say hate. I dislike. Because you shouldn't hate anything, right? So y'all make sure today to say a prayer for the mister. Now, how does your tape come with a hole in it? Look at that. Make sure I didn't pull that off. Well, I did. Fiddle fooey. This has been some sorry tape. I should have took this stuff back to the store because it's got holes in it now. won't hardly stick. And I mean, yeah, I don't want it to be overly sticky, but it's got to stick. Well, like I say, he's just got a few little places. I fuss at him all the time because he goes outside and he'll pull his shirt off, or he'll go outside without his hat on. And so he's paying for that now. And that's why, like I say, at the beach, we sit under the umbrella with the sunscreen on. But when you sit out there as long as we do, you still get sun. And that's what I told him. I said, you know, we don't have to sunbathe because okay, y'all can't tell stories and don't judge because I know it was awful. Did anybody, when they were growing up, lay out in the sun? And y'all all did it. I know. Y'all laid out in the sun. Y'all might not have done what we did. It might just be one of the crazy South Carolina things. I don't know. And put baby oil, put iodine and baby oil and rub it on you and lay out there. Cooked myself like a turkey. I sure did. I was dunner than a turkey. I can assure you that. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to get me a new plate. And pray something don't crash. Sure did. I was well done. You started using Sunbeam by Apple Barrel for your yellow. The coverage is much better. Well, I will have to look for that, Miss Audrey. I hadn't bought paint in so long because I bought a ton of paint. And so I'm trying to use up everything that I got before I buy new. Because your paint will go bad, and I'm going to show you what happens when it goes bad. This is just plain yellow. Your sister did that, Patricia. And, you know, I was one of those kids. I was never like my daddy. My daddy had an olive complexion. So he would just like tan. And I will burn one time. And then after I burned, I wouldn't burn again. But y'all, that first time I burned that time, you would lay out and spray water on yourself. Lori used the baby oil and iodine. Okay, y'all gonna watch. This is King's Gold. Y'all watching me shake. Hear how liquidy it is? Now look. This is not, if you're using this by itself, you probably, see how liquidy it is? I'm going to just mix some of it in with my other. And you can use it up that way because it will thin out the color that you're using a little bit, so it won't make that big of a difference. Now I'm going to put a little more yellow because it'll use it. You did it for years, yes. And you know what? All of us that did that crazy stuff, we're paying for it now. You did that too. Now you have several skin cancers removed. You have to use 50 sunscreen or not go out at all. Yeah, and I'm afraid that's what he's going to have. And you know, men are, I don't know about y'all's men. Mine, I told y'all, he gets the blood pressure issues. So he, it's impossible almost to make the man go to the doctor. I finally have to get ugly to make him go to the doctor. Y'all know that's never me. Oh. And so anyway, I finally got him to go because he was having his leg was swelling and couldn't figure out what the leg was swelling for. And he does have some blood pressure issues, and he went on blood pressure medication, and it's the medication that the other doctor had put him on is what was causing his blood pressure issues. So, all right, so I think I'm not going to put that straight up top, but I'm going to come over to try and center it up a little bit. And y'all like me talking to myself? Y'all, next time y'all see me, which will be tomorrow, I'm going to have a clean space because I'm about to have a breakdown. Your sister did. She couldn't tan at all and didn't need to. You tanned so easily. Maybe the Tropicana oils first time. Yeah, no, the baby oil with the iodine's not a great idea. So for anybody that's never done it, it probably would not be something that you would want to do. Alrighty. So let's get all primed up here. And I'm going to get on the ball because I want to get finished. I want to get that little apple and stuff put together with that little. Alright. And I'm the world's worst for going on with too much paint, y'all. I was about to do it. Alright, let me scoot back. I'm moving my stuff around here. Alright. Good morning, Miss Lori. Alright, here goes. I have several Loris that are in friends over at my page. So when I say hey to one of you, that's to all of you, right? I can get y'all done in one little swoop. But like I say, I got to move all that stuff. It's got to lay flat. I've never been a stenciler, but I was like, you know, I'm going to try. Because when I started cutting the stencils, I'm like, well, I got to be able to use them. But I'm the world's worst for it bleeding all over the place. But the trick for me is to go light and just come back and do multiple coats. Did it for years. Well, I only ever did the baby oil with the iodine 1 or 2 times. I won't say I only did it 1 time because I think that might be a lie. And y'all know I don't like to tell lies, so I'm not going to say I just did it once, but I probably learned my lesson the 2nd time. It was awful. But for those of y'all that are coming in late, I'm not mad. I'm so glad y'all found me and came in. But make sure that your notifications are turned on if you're wanting to come in and see when I'm live. Because I will tell you that I wasn't seeing some of the people I like to see. And my notifications, ooh, I like that color. My notifications have been turned off to several of the people that I really enjoy watching. So if that is the case for you and you aren't seeing some folks, check your notifications because that's probably going to be it. And I wished I had gone. I'm going to let that dry first. I'm going to go all the way up. I wished I'd have gone all the way up with that one. This tape is worthless, y'all. I'm not going to get stuff done today because of this. I'm going to do with it. Let's make it happen, right? I'm standing up. You missed your corner. We'll get it. And that's the beauty of this, is even after you're finished, you can always take the little stencil and go back and put some more down. I should have used this tape. But after you paint something, you need to be real careful going and putting tape on it, because sometimes it will pull your paint up. And we don't want that. That's not a good thing to happen. Oh, no problem, Kathy. Thank y'all for having me. But where I was going with that a minute ago, I got like the little bunny rabbits are running today, y'all. The bunnies are always on the loose over here, aren't they? I am in the Hearts and Shells collaboration event group today. And up after me is Miss Kathy in the comments with 12 Oaks Gardens and Creations. So make sure to hang out and see her after I'm done. And I always tell y'all, make sure to go and see everybody in the event, because you know what? They appreciate it. And it, you never know, you might find the next favorite person, because we find people by going on their lives and just watching them for a little bit. And if it's somebody that you are just not in love with, you don't have to stay, but at least you went, you commented on their post and said, hey, and they felt the love, because there's nothing worse than going on live and nobody coming to visit. So, always try to show a little love. Getting a little too much paint, y'all. I'm getting too carried away. All right. Oops, one more. All right, let's see. Yeah, I like that better, but I am going to, if I hadn't, I wished I'd have done this in the shop. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to let it dry. Let me show y'all what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to, like right here on these corners, I'm going to put just a little tad, and that way it won't look so random. And I wish I'd have come on down with that, but let's try this, and I might do that. We got 15 minutes. Y'all look at that tape, how it's just peeled up. That's what I was using the other day when I was trying to do that buffalo plaid, and it was a hot mess. Thank you, Soul Crafts by Petra, Miss Petra and Miss Kathy in the comments. That's after me. Both are admin here in the group, so y'all make sure to show them some love. They'll both be in the event today. And make sure to, if you're not already following over at the Hearts and Souls collaboration group that you do. You watch all the lives, and then I disappeared. What? Well, I did take 2 weeks off, and that's why I'm paying for it. The book's not loving me anymore, because that's why I asked if y'all ever got a chance to go over and look at a few of my replays, because Facebook got mad at me when I took the time off. Let's do this. And so they, I want it to be more than that. There we go. Sometimes you just need it to be right. And I know that probably wouldn't really be in that spot, but I just want it to have just a little bit. That way it don't look like it just fell off of the earth. Well, I am back, so I will be live today, tomorrow, and Friday. Y'all gonna be sick of me. Y'all be like, go back to to the beach. I told y'all about my my dilemma, didn't I? It's not a dilemma, I wish. But we always, Blake and I love these chips. They're taco flavored Doritos. Have y'all ever had them? They're life changing, y'all. Yes, a Dorito is life changing, right? Oh my gosh. And so anyway, we love them. And that is, we only ever have them when we go to the beach. Only time. This year I couldn't find them. I was devastated. I was like, no, we are not going to have our chips at the beach this year because we both love them so much. And so we get back from the beach and he goes into the store that we normally find them in. And what does he find? Our chips. I'm like, no, you got to be kidding me. And so I told him, I said, this is just a sign that we need to go back to the beach. And he said he agreed. I thought so too, but, you know, work must happen to be able to pay bills and live, right? Alrighty, so I do want to do one thing, but I don't know. I had one in here. What did I do with it? Y'all hold on one second. Let me grab my ruler. Ow. Pinched my finger. Oh man, this Posca pen has not been friendly to me, but I don't have another one. Not good. Oops. You had those the night you went into labor with your son 43 years ago. Oh my gosh. And you know what? The thing about it is they put them in the retro packaging. So they're in the same packaging that they were in years and years ago when they were a hit. So, and I will normally just pull this line, but I don't have room. And I'll tell y'all the secret to drawing a straight line without a ruler is stand back from it, put it on the table, and then pull. But you got to have room to be able to bring your body back because you want to drag your arm and not your hand. That's how most people, that's why most people can't get the straight line is because they keep trying to move their hand. And you need to move your, she's dead. I have another one. This one won't be wide enough. Oh well. We're gonna go with this one if it'll work. Too much. If that spills out, I'm gonna cry. It ain't gonna work. I'm not gonna do that because that's gonna spill out. We'll put the line on it a little bit. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like without the line. And if we got time, because my time's running. And my line should be right there. It needs it so bad. Hey, Miss Karen Jean, how are you doing? You have a Zoe. You have a Zoe. And oh, that is so sweet. I love my Zoe. Y'all hold for a second. Don't leave me. Y'all gonna miss it if you leave me. Look what we got. It's not going to look right without that. So we're going to do it now. Fast, quick, and in a hurry. And I'm going to come on and make a bow. Sorry, y'all. There we go. And it's going to look... All right, you'll want to wipe that off with a baby wipe because it will still have some residue on it. All right, so we will make a bow to go on it. I'm not going to have time today, but let me do a few little tweaks to this. And then I'm going to put it all together and show you what she's going to look like. Whew. Hurrying, hurrying, hurrying. I am going to glue our glasses on. Y'all, this was a lot to undertake. And I had the other apple, but I like the apple with the, I knew I would. You ever have days where nothing works? Well, I'm going to be going off in 4 minutes. And Miss Kathy, who was so kind, I'm going to quit putting them back, y'all, and start throwing them away. Kathy was so kind to swap with me. So y'all please make sure to go over and see Miss Kathy with 12 Oaks Creations and Designs. Stay with the group today. There's going to be a lot of awesome creators in. Oh, there's a little bit. There's a little. Not enough. What did y'all come and watch Karen do today? Try out glue. I know that one's going to be a no-go. You can feel it. Why do I keep that, y'all? Look at that. You know you're a crafter when you're a pack rat. You keep everything. You throw nothing away. And that's my problem. I'll be like, oh, I can use that. I'm going to keep it. I know I can use that. Well, I could use it, but I can't get any out of it. Okay, so we have Welcome to Miss White's class, but y'all hadn't seen the cute little bow and stuff that's going to go on it, but I'm not going to have time to make that. We took too long doing all the rest. So, but that's what we got so far. What do y'all think? Kind of cute. I'm going to put like some black accent lines around it so that black just doesn't. But I think the black lines frame it out and kind of makes it look more better, right? What do y'all think? And I hate it's backwards. I wish we could flip. Mark, we really want to be able to flip our screen, dude. Come help us out. You had it in there one time. You can do it again. We know you can. Oh my gosh, they're going to throw me out, y'all. All right, guys, I got 1 minute left. If y'all aren't, I'm throwing them away now, y'all. If y'all aren't already friends over on my page, White's Creative Designs, I'm normally not this scatterbrained. Normally. I won't say never, normally. But I would love to have you come over. I tell everybody my friends are the best, so y'all better come on. And make sure to hang out in the group today, the Hearts and Shells Collaboration Event group, and make sure to show all of the ladies here in the group some love. Like I said, Kathy with 12 Oaks Gardens and Creations is next. Awesome event today. Lots of good people, so make sure to hang out and see them. I'll be in the comments. I may not be commenting as much. I'll come back and do my replays and sprinkles and all that because I'm fixing to be on the road to take Mr. White because he'll need a driver. Y'all have a great day. I love you bunches, and stay tuned. I might come back well, I'll have to see what time the event ends tonight. After the event, I think it only goes till 8. I might come back tonight. If not, tomorrow morning early, I'll show y'all how to make the bow that I'm going to put on this. And do y'all think it needs greenery or not? Let me know in the comments below. Y'all know we're trying to get Mark to show me some love again. He's mad at me because I took time off. So let me know in the comments. Throw up some hearts. Y'all have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye. Well, it didn't go off again, y'all. Y'all have a great one. Love you. Bye.